Hotline. Welcome to the last show of the Harold Washington Post 1987 Hotline Show. I want to turn it over to that fantastic commander, Bill Bop the Bill Bop. Bam.
My man. I'd like to thank you all for
putting up with us.
Yes, definitely, most definitely, because see, we are the tag team title holders on this show. But I'd like to thank you all for a good year that we had and a better year next year. And let everybody know that we appreciate everything and all the callers that we have been getting, all the feedbacks and stuff like that. It wouldn't have been happening if it wasn't for Can Television and my co-host.
And the technical crew. Shout out to Jack and the First Lady.
Hey, Jack. Hey, First Lady. But we'd like to take this moment to say, to you all, a shout out to you all, because, see, again, we're here to serve you all, and we thank very much of you all listening, taking your time out to find out what we have to say and everything, because, see, we give up valuable information and stuff like that. And so now we're putting it back to my co-producer. Let him, he has some words to say. This is not final, but he had to go through his list.
I want to shout out to Dolores and Dorothy out there in television land. Thank you guys for watching like you do. There is some time for us to reflect back on 2018. And we had a lot of positive guests to come on and give out a lot of positive information. And I think if it's one thing I can contest to when I listen to the guests, the bottom line is, as veterans, take advantage of everything you got coming from the VA.
Most definitely.
And I think that's what I walk away with the various guests that we have on.
Yes, because and that's the main thing that we have our settlements on about the VA and about the veterans benefits and stuff like that. Because see, the idea, we provide much as possible the information that we can get to you all. But see, we also need you all to inform us about some of the things that you may need that we may know but may not say anything about it, because see, the idea, it's not requested.
Right.
But see, I put it this way. With these two brilliant minds up here, and with the backing of the information that we have, well, we could find a solution for the problem. Because, like we always say, behind every problem, there is a solution.
Yes. And let's say this to our veterans. And knowing that we have a lot of female veterans now, we want our veterans who are going through trauma, stress, turmoil. We want you to reach out to get help before it's too late. We are having too many veterans to commit suicide.
Yes, this suicide
at a record number.
It's going up again.
It's outrageous.
It's going up again, especially due to these crucial holidays.
Yes.
Thanksgiving. Thanks for giving, but then so sadly, thanks for having them. If they come around and stuff like that. Christmas, we just left. There's so many veterans was heartbroken and everything, but see, we made sure we went to the nursing homes and gave them gifts. This was a precious moment. Now the main thing that we trying to get all veterans, male and female, as he just said, I got to piggyback on them, because see, the idea, we need all men and women veterans to step up, step forward, step out that square, and get you some help for this coming up fiscal year.
Yes. We won't. Let me say this. I want to see 2019, a year where we have a major reduction in suicide. 2019. So that means, brothers and sisters out there, when you start feeling low, seek some help. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, this is Top Sarge.
Hey, what's up now?
Hey, y'all, how y'all doing, Jet?
Blessed with no stress by the best. And yourself?
I'm all right now. Yeah, I did a few things for a couple of veterans, man. They want to really thank the Washington Post. But I wasn't really, with the Post at the time. I gave out plates and stuff to the ones that was homeless, certain places in the city.
Oh, that was wonderful. I know they appreciated that.
Yeah, they did. I told them I was from the Washington Post, and they gave us a blessing, the ones that I knew that was out like that. So they're supposed to come down to the VA and get some kind of help, man. That's all
good.
I can do is just suggest where we was.
And that's why we do the show. So we can spread the gospel.
Right.
And see that's the main thing for the show, for us to give out the information, vital information for them to take heed to it.
Yes.
Because see, you will never know unless we say so. Just like the little simple thing you have done, it's a major impact. Believe it or not. Because see, you fed some people that probably wasn't gonna get no meal at all.
And you did a good deed.
Yeah. So I want to bless all the veterans and for have a very merry and a prosperous new year and a safe one.
Amen.
All right, thank you very much, comrade. And you take care.
Thank you for your service.
New Year. Thank you for your service. Tot Sarge. Okay, now back to what we was talking about,
we want to see a major reduction in suicide. And that means that when you start feeling depressed, especially if you got loved ones in your environment,
yes,
some of these folks don't have nobody. And loneliness seeks in. And when loneliness seeks in,
that's that depression.
Stress takes over.
Yes.
And depression takes over. And it's hard for them to seek out help because they're caught up in their own self-incrimination.
Yeah, because see, behind a situation like that, as they say, an idle man is a devil playground.
Yes.
Because see, I really can't speak for myself, but I can speak for others because I've been there and done it.
Mm-hmm.
Saved a few lives also.
Yes.
For through the VA and stuff, and through the our programs and stuff. But see, the idea, like as far as we call a reach out program, you have to let us know whether it's the 800 numbers, the prevention number, whatever it may be, because see, the idea, that's the only way somebody gonna know and can help you besides 911.
Yes.
And see, sometimes now veterans, listen to me very carefully. Be careful if you're having a problem like that, you call 911 because see, a lot of times they may take that the wrong way, where they already don't understand about the mental health situation.
Yes. They'll come with their guns out.
Yes, and in some situations may not need that. All you need maybe is a good understanding, somebody to talk to you, calm you down and stuff like that, where they could take you someplace and you get, believe it or not, medicated.
Mm-hmm.
Because as he was saying, behind all of that, being stressed out and all of this, depressed and stuff like that, brings up anxiety, brings out a lot of things, and then sometimes in life, we snap. It's uncontrollable. Don't nobody care. What am I here for?
Mm-hmm.
And forget about what are you here for, because see, the idea when you say something like that, you forget about those that love you. But see, during that time, in that situation, at that period of time, you don't care. You're not thinking. And see, then next thing you know, your family is stuck with a bill. And it's hard enough for a person to live as it is today with what we're going to get ready to have, these cutbacks due to this lame duck person that's in charge. But, it's just the idea, now that every time you look around, things has been cut. Situations always getting a little heavier. They don't understand real mental health. What is real mental health? That's questionable. What is real? Real is when you need H-E-L-P. That's real. I was saying in our concept, I need help. But see, I got to realize that, I got to find and seek out a way. I got to call somebody. I got to talk to a family member. I got to let somebody know other than myself because, see, I know what's going on with me and myself, but see, the idea, if I hold it too much inside, I'll be on the news. And see, this is the main thing that we're talking about. Preventing. Suicide prevention is really out there. And especially about this time of year, you got children, they're going to miss their Christmas, or some of them already just missed Christmas due to those that have passed.
Now you got New Year Eve and New Year's coming.
Right. So now you got kids got to come into a brand new year without their parents, without their loved ones. Ask yourself, is that right?
No, it's not.
Get help. Seek some kind of medical emergency system. Because see, the idea, they have it. But the only reason that you can't get to it, the resources is not there for you because we don't know how to get there to it.
Now, I heard that I think it's St. James Hospital out in Chicago Heights.
Oh, the one on US 30.
Yeah, that's about to get shut down, and there's a movement to try to turn that into a VA hospital.
That been rumored for some years now, because because see, it's really two of them, but the main one is on US 30.
Yeah.
And
Chicago Road.
Yeah, Chicago Road. And this been rumored for the past five or more years, which it should be because see, there's no really VA facility out there as yet. Right.
Yeah.
And so, this is at least to help a lot of veterans in that area instead of them coming way to the city.
Yes.
Or something like that. They have a facility right there.
That makes good sense.
And that's a nice size hospital.
Yes.
I've been in there numerous times for veterans, and then a few times, like when I was out there for the march in Ford Heights, had to take a couple of people to that hospital. And it's a nice facility.
So we left with Hines out in Maywood, Jesse Brown here on the west side of Chicago.
Those the only hospital because they closed Lakeside. Then you had to go from there, I guess, in Indiana, which is Maryville.
Okay.
Then the question is up there in the air. Where? If I'm in Ford Heights, or put it this way, if I'm down in St. Anne, Illinois, something like that, where can I go?
Nowhere.
I'm a veteran. I know that's mainly farm area, but still in all. How far do a veteran have to go to get some help?
And before they go to a private hospital, they got to call the VA to get authorization to go.
And that's too much strain for a person. We need facilities throughout all these counties. At least about 2 to 3 major hospital. I know Cook County is the biggest and the largest veteran county there is, but see, still need extra.
So, what we say to our veterans, get on the phone, call our Congress people, and let them know that you need them to support making St. James a VA hospital.
Yes, for those that's in the southeast suburbs and some of southwest, I'm not gonna say the entire southwest because see then that means you're going to Tinley Park and stuff like that. They're supposed to be trying to do something out that way also for the western suburbs. But right now we talking about whether it's the western suburbs, southern suburbs, or whatever. We need them. We as veterans need them. That way at least we'll have a fair situation, a place to go to, instead of trying to figure out, well, how can I get into the city? Don't worry about the city. How can you get to the place that's nearest to you?
Mm-hmm.
That's like if a person gets sick in Harvey, instead of going to, what's the hospital? Ingalls Memorial.
And Metro South.
And Metro's, yes, the old Blue Island Hospital.
Old Blue Island
or something like that. Then you had to go way over to South Suburban.
Yep.
Then
Or Trinity.
Or Trinity. Or then you had to go to the one
On Cicero.
on the state line in Hammond.
Hammond.
I mean, see all of these different facilities. But see the idea, where are the veterans? Where can we go?
Right.
See, we can't, the only way we could go to a veterans hospital or something like that, we have to go to a regular hospital, get an authorization from the VA.
Yeah, you got to call first.
Yes, and if it's a life-threatening situation, who's going to sit up there and call? I could barely dial 911
Yes.
and see how long they take.
And what these hospitals have to understand, that there is a 90-day threshold that they have to operate in if they want to be paid.
Oh yes, and you have to very carefully watch this.
Yes.
Because see the idea, they were just talking about this today over the news of how much hospital bills cost per one day. $10,000.
And they got to list it now.
Yeah, they got
They got
the
McDonald's.
posters. Yeah, right. and this was on the news today.
Yeah.
Now, for every hospital in the state of Illinois, Chicago area especially, that it's a list that they have to have now. When they roll you up in there, I started to say something else, but I caught myself.
Okay.
When they roll you up in there, are you gonna have time enough to see how much your trouble's gonna be before you evaluate? This is too high.
Wait a minute, I may not be able to stay here.
Yeah,
Take me somewhere else.
and
And,
then-
when you take me somewhere else, I might die on the way.
Yeah, and then I did with the ambulance service, I got to take you to the nearest one.
Right.
Well, okay, this one costing me $20,000, where the one I asked for, and it was closer than this. But see, you are telling me this was the closest. See, that's politics.
Mm.
But see, then again, back to the price range. It's for a 24-hour stay is close to $10,000.
Wow.
And what if you don't have no insurance?
Well, see, that's why I can never understand how they tell folks it's unconstitutional to force you to have health insurance when you tell me I gotta have auto insurance and give me a $500 ticket if I don't have insurance.
Right.
I don't follow that logic.
And then see, insurance.
Mm-hmm.
They don't tell you what type. It's all kinds of insurance. First they say medical insurance. All right, medical insurance. What do this medical insurance consist of? That's just like you said, auto insurance. I get auto insurance. Okay, I need a tow. Well, my insurance company may not pay for a toll.
Yeah.
And then if so, they may just say 1 toll per year. Oh, wait a minute. You know, this is something that, you know, a life is not like a car. You know, a life is something serious. You know, it's breathing. A car, yeah, it breathes air, gas, fumes, give out too, just like a body. But it's just the idea, you know, we have to maintain our bodies just as much as we have to maintain the vehicles and stuff. Veterans need you to stay focused with us. We will be back in April. Maybe not the same time, but same station. But we want you to get out there and do something positive for yourself.
In your community.
And your community. And then you're talking about finding out about your benefits and stuff like that. Come on down to the VA. Come on down to the strike force and find out what we could do for you and everything. What can be done. You want to have a hearing and stuff like that. This is the only way you get upgrades and stuff. About your DD-214s. About your discharges and stuff like that. We have people working for you for this. All this is for you if you come on down. And those that's for Social Security, go down there. Take your time to get there. Don't make it too late because see the idea, Social Security, they keep on trying to tell people how long it's gonna last. And as they say, and we've ventured this many times through my lifetime, every good thing has to come to an end one day.
That's true. You know, Commander, we want folks to understand that if you're part of any veteran organization, come join CVO, the Coalition of Veteran Organizations, the
Yes.
third Wednesday of each month. And we resume meetings back in January. If you are a vet and you're not part of any veteran group, please join the group.
And come here about the things that we fighting, the bills of veteran rights and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. You know, the things that everybody hollering about, dental care, whatever it may be, we discuss that every time. And see, it's not just, when they say a coalition, this is not just the American Legion, this is AMVETS, Triple Nickels, Tuskegee Airmen. It's a lot of veterans organizations. It's 27 organizations all in one. We sit at a big table and we discuss what we're gonna, the bills that we're gonna fight, the bills that we're gonna present to the Congress and stuff. We fight for your right, but you have to help us to fight for your rights.
And once again, we want to say to those veterans, if you got a DD-214, make sure you let your loved ones know where it's at. If you have to end up going to Abraham Lincoln Funeral Cemetery, you must make sure that your loved ones have the proper documentation in order for you to be buried out at Abraham Lincoln. And to the spouses and your loved ones that are family members of veterans, take advantage of Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
Take advantage of it.
It will save you thousands of dollars.
Yes, thousands.
Veterans, you already served.
Yes.
Now, let them serve you.
Absolutely.
With honor.
With honor. And a 21-gun salute.
Yes.
Because you earned it.
And not only that, the family will get the flag.
Yes.
And if on request only, let a VA facility like American Legion or something like that, let them know, and maybe by request again, they could give you a departmental flag. Mm-hmm. A departmental flag is a flag from your department that you have served under, whether it's Army, Navy, Air Force, Marine, or Coast Guard. And I'd like to say a shout out to the First Lady of the 3rd District.
Yes.
The Cut Man. Is he out there? But the main thing that we want to say thank you. Thanks for letting us into your home.
And to our veterans,
I
we want to
salute
thank you. We salute you, Jack, First Lady. We salute you guys. Thanks again for another fantastic 3 months. Until next year, everybody
Have a good year.
have a good year. Harold Washington Post out.
Out.